The Fed's got a massive choice. They either have a recession or they live with inflation. And they're not going to tell us which one they're going to choose. And I'm going to tell you why. First of all, if they raise interest rates too high, then guess what? It causes a recession. But they won't tell us that they're going to cause a recession by raising interest rates. The reason they won't tell us is that if they say there's going to be a recession, it actually makes it worse. Why? It's a self-fulfilling prophecy, and they know it. If they talk recession, then of course companies cut back, and of course it causes a bigger recession. But the reverse is also true. It's a tough situation. We certainly would agree with that, because if they say we're going to live with inflation, then of course the companies and investors realize that if they're going to live with inflation, then we know where interest rates are going to be. They're not going to cause a recession. They're going to leave interest rates a little bit higher for a little bit longer, but we know where we stand. And actually, all right, that means that the markets could boom. Inflation isn't going to go down easily, is what I'm telling you. And I can explain that very simply. We're in a world where there's deglobalization. It's happened on many, many occasions in the past. And you get it for a 10 to 30 year period where countries separate. There's wars, there's less trade agreements, there's nationalism. And in that type of environment, inflation is sticky. The Fed know it. They just can't explain it to everybody because they're going to cause worse problems. So inflation is going to be higher. I suspect that what the Fed will do is they'll pause rates. They won't say exactly the fact that they're going to live with a higher rate of inflation. The higher rate of inflation is here to stay. Okay, we know it. I don't believe they're going to cause a recession. And if they raise interest rates, that's exactly what they're going to do. They don't want lots of people unemployed and causing massive issues. They'll leave it on pause. And by leaving it on pause, we're going to have to live with a higher rate of inflation. But at least we don't have a recession. That's my opinion. Okay, we'll see exactly what happens. But of all the facts that we get around the world from a big company like deVere, we can ascertain that it's very likely Fed goes on pause. We live with higher rates of inflation. And then we know the best place is to invest. By talking to a deVere advisor, you can then be explained where's best to invest in this type of environment.